indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Off the option, it's Jones. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of the football IQ. And don't forget, you got to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well and see if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first down throw, Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
They'll decide to keep this once more. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Fighting through. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. The kick by Crosby is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Off play action. Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
6 man. Check cross. Mike, check. 59. Watch switch. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
3rd and long. It's Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Mond looks to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. No, check that. Who am I?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 37. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Back to throw. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
52 is the mic right here, over there.
Now it's Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Mond. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
2nd and 8 coming up. Bond's going to keep this himself. And he's taken down inside the 30. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Mond now off of play action. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mond. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Fields. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They go play action here. Mond. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Mond out of the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And Crosby puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The tackle by Chris Barnes. A 6-yard pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Escaping the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. One play action. Fields. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Mike 52. They gonna need some therapy after this. Out.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. It's our time. This is our time, guys. It's our time. Come on. 52's the Mike. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Get that quarterback. And out. No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. I'm coming.
Here's Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaac Yedem picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the number 1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Let's put them on the bus. Put that team on the bus.
Throwing after the interception. Fields. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down and 8.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Fields now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Switch.
Shoot. 25.
A give. This is Montgomery. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike 52. Coming to you.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mon buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Mon going to throw it.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Mon.
Able to find Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Mond's throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Off the play fake, Mond.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Give them 18 on the play. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Mond's going to keep this himself.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Through an opening, and there he goes.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, Montgomery.
58 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 36, Fields. That's complete to Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a run with Montgomery. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it up.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Fields steps away. And he's got it. And he's brought down. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is down to a field goal now. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Flush to his right. Oh, no, lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important fourth-quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
He's back to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I mean, we've been watching this one right here and gave up because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety did it.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety.